in West Philadelphia, where I was not born or raised, we joined two locals who were. Mengistu and Rich, like many brewers, fell in love with home brewing. And lucky for us, they had the courage and the confidence to start their own brewery. Two Locals is not only Philly's, but Pennsylvania's first Black-owned brewery. Mengistu and Rich not only brew great beers in Philly, but they also infuse the space with Black culture, from the name of the beers to the music and movies played at the brewery. We're here at Two Locals in West Philly. We're in the heart of University City. I am sitting here with Mengistu and Rich. They are the owners of Pennsylvania's first Black-owned brewery. You guys have made history, and that's huge. That's huge. I know a lot of people have been trying to do this, and as a minority breaking into this industry, I know there are some other barriers. So what are some of the barriers that you all faced trying to open this business up?
The startup cost for opening up a brewery is a lot of money. You can do it for a reasonable amount, but to do it at a good scale, it takes a good amount of capital and access to knowledge also, whether it's how to produce beer, but also the beer business.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of bootstrapping that goes into it, figuring out on your own, but did you find other avenues and resources for getting some of that advice and figuring out that path to take?
Once we started brewing, we joined the Philly Homebrew Club. Our first meeting, we didn't have any beer. You're supposed to bring beer, but we walked in and people spoke to us and were like, you guys brew? Oh, well, how do you brew? Well, this is how I brew. And they were sharing. And once we started our LLC, just meeting other brewers here in Philly, trying to hang out during brew days, ask them a bunch of questions and just trying to learn.
What can people expect when they walk in here?
It's a Black experience, right? You look on the menu and the names of our beers are definitely influenced by our experiences. It's like Philly culture. Items on the menu, are taken from our culture. The music that you'll hear, what you see on the screen, we're big sports fans, but we love, our Black movies, our Black sitcoms, so you're gonna get all of that.
We're in University City. Why did you guys choose this location? Is there any significance to where we are in the city?
So we're from West Philly. We're very intentional about where we wanted our first tap room to be. We wanted to plant our roots in the section of Philadelphia that we grew up in.
I think especially in this type of area, there isn't really any Black-owned businesses here. So to be able to have this type of establishment in this type of area, I hope that can inspire other people to also do it.
You guys are so inspired. Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Anne.
Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it.
We've crossed the river from West Philly to Callow Hill, where the city of brotherly love would not be complete without all of the love that we find here at Love City Brewing. Founded in 2018 by husband and wife, Melissa and Kevin fell in love with the city's rich history of brewing, where there used to be over 700 breweries pre-prohibition. What started Love City? What was the inspiration, and what were you all trying to create when you built this brand?
What we wanted to do is kind of create a space that was welcoming for anyone who walked in the door. We designed our beer that way. We're carrying that through in a non-alc mocktail program with drinking changing right now. One of the things I love about breweries is the knowledge that a lot of staff have, but one of the things I feel like is often missing is a more corner bar feel. You want to go and be a local at this place. A lot of the people that we've hired in front of house, they really do a great job welcoming people and creating space for anyone.
Hannah, can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you ended up at Love City?
I was very intentional about wanting to be here eventually. Kevin and I actually went to college together. When I found out that he and Melissa were opening a brewery, I approached them and was like, so someday when you're looking to expand your team of people, just keep me in mind. And then someday happened and now I'm here. So I've been here 18 months or so.
I started as a bartender here and they needed a little bit of extra help in the back and I just started reading and I learned a lot. And I have a wonderful couple people that I can go to like answer some of my questions, but like a lot of it was they just let me figure it out on my own, and they were very cool about it. And I've been brewing now for like a year.
That's awesome. There are very few people who I talk to who started out as a bartender and didn't have any home brewing or professional experience before. We were at Two Locals, the first Black-owned brewery here in Pennsylvania. I know you all recently did a collaboration with them before they opened. How do those things naturally come up?
We try to be really intentional about the things that we're collaborating on. As they were getting closer and closer, we knew it made sense for us to collaborate again. It's great collaborating, but it also like gave us the opportunity to like help them out by filling their tap list out as they were getting open. Rich, we talk all the time about stuff that's happened in the brewery world. He really wanted to make a like new modern IPA, which is kind of like taking the nice things from West Coast and a hazy and kind of blending the ideas together, which I think we did a pretty good job with Local Love. It's rad beer.
Well, cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Cheers PA Beer Tours. Make sure to follow us online and socials and let us know where you want us to go next. Cheers, PA.
Before every mash-in that I do, I light Palo Santo, and I have a abalone shell of crystals, and I pick whatever one is resonating with me that day. We say some intentions, and I usually freak Kevin out because he's like, "What's burning?"
It took a little getting used to.